Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if you get on here. Maybe I could do. Um, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, good to see you too. Good to see you as well. I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm back. The lake is beautiful. Hey, good to see you. Good, 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 good. We'll see if anybody comes on. Hit like or share. I'm gonna share this to, I don't know, share it to Facebook. It never really goes anywhere. So yes, I'm here. We have a lot to talk about with the Iranian war and different things that are happening, the solstice. So I'm kind of here to kind of um, give what's going on. It's happening very fast, very quick. What we said was going to happen is happening. So remember, I kept telling you to all to. So remember, I kept telling you to all to engage. This was the reason why. This was the real reason why I was saying keep engaging, keep asking questions, because the information is going to be clustered in groups of people. It will not be available for everyone because they didn't. They have to. It's a resonating thing. So you resonated with me, peace. Yes, yes. So I'm going to kind of and you. I'm not going to say it no more, but I'm just going to tell it to you. You have uh, you have some interesting things that are getting ready to happen to the country. Um, there are a lot of people that are getting ready to be very shocked. Things that are going to occur. Um, there's nothing we can do other than let it play out. But there are a lot of people standing in places that they shouldn't be, or they should be, but they don't. They stood there because all of the choices that they made placed them in a place where they get to really be part of the lesson, shall we say? You know, they really get to be part of the lesson, shall we say? And that's what we mean by that. And so, let me see if this is up. Can y'all hear me? Is it better? Don't let me talk and y'all can't hear me. Um, what's happening now? Like I've been saying, and those of my students have been following me already know. We already have the plan book. We've laid out the plan book months in advance already. We're watching it play out. So those people who understood what I was saying, hundreds of you at that point, got in position. I was called to come straight home because it sped up. It sped up, meaning it went from 0 to 60. So I was called out of the forest and called to come home immediately. And I was not at home a day. It couldn't have been a day later. That's how close this is. So the 21st, when we knew the solstice was going to happen, 21st, when we knew the solstice was going to happen, and I was telling people, okay, get prepared, get prepared. Now, up into this whole week, if you know if I've ever resonated with you for the last 3 years of being on this platform, I'm telling you now, keep your intuition high. Keep your head out of bullshit right now. Those people who were playing like they were light are getting ready to realize they're getting ready to FAFO, okay? Because this is a multi-dimensional layered shift. Yes. Yes, I was called home a little sooner because of a timeline jump. Something changed in the timeline and sped everything up. We knew it, but we just didn't know when it was going to happen. But we did know that there was going to be a speeding up of a timeline. We didn't know when it was going to happen, and so it happened. So when the timeline sped up, I had to return immediately, and not a day sooner. Not a day later or a day sooner. It was really more or less like this had to happen. Now, I know a lot of you are tuned out, but I guess in about another week or so, you'll be tuned way the hell in. I don't know if all these videos that I have will be available to you because they're taking them down. That is not that's your fault. A lot of people are going to be rushing for information on social media, but they're going to take some of this stuff down. And then you ask me, well, Lawrence, what are they going to be wanting to know? They're going to want to know where to go. They won't be able to trust anybody. It's the hard conversation as Americans we hate to have with each other. But if you're truly light, you tell people, have this hard conversation. Many people walking around don't even know what fresh water is because they think it's funny. Because you know what? They're worrying about to work overtime and their bills and stuff like that's the end all be all to life. It's those people that run right off the cliff. Today is your birthday, that's right, that's you're the 2-2. I don't know why I didn't. And I kept looking at it all day. I said, I know this number. I know, I even added it all up. Oh, and it adds up to 1, I think. I even added it all up. Yes, it adds up to 1. I don't know why, because it's like 6, 2, 8, 10, 1. I don't know why I added the whole thing up. So yes, happy birthday. Are you still on? Yes, I'm still on YouTube. Very much so. I go to my website. I revamped my website, so go to my website again. I had the time to sit down and do some of my work that I didn't have time to do. And so now I have time to do it. What else? I am now, greetings, yes. So I am going to give some of these lives or Zooms. I really need to talk to you, and this particular platform has restricted any multi-guest for me. There's no multi-guest. No matter what I do, it just will not allow me to have you on as guest. So we're going to have to switch over to a Zoom because I really want to talk to you, and I want you to talk to me. I think it's imperative. So I might send out something. It's like, if you want to talk to me on Zoom, live to Zoom, boom, 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 you can, and then we'll set it up. But it has to be like on the daily or the evening or something like that. And no bullshit with me. Don't get on here bullshitting with me. And I mean that. Like, don't get on here bullshitting with me. This is not the time for bullshitting. Trust me. You've got to get serious about this. You really do. You really do. Like, you're not paying attention. You're watching it, but you're not seeing it. And I can tell a lot of you are watching this, but you're not seeing actually what's actually happening. And I'm like, get serious. Get a little bit more serious. You think you're serious? Get a little bit more serious. You know? This is happening this summer. This world is about to change. It happened on the solstice. If you can understand what that meant, that was the longest day of the year. Yesterday was the longest day of the year. Okay? Understand what's happening. Understand what's happening. Stop thinking. Stop being petty and trivial. Stop being petty and trivial. Understand what's happening. If you understand what's happening, you can understand what I'm telling you. Stop stealing energy. Stop playing in energy. You're wasting valuable time. Meaning, stop playing in other people's energy. Play in your own. You don't understand what's happening? And that's where we hear the screams in the quantum from this type of stuff. And I'm screaming, oh gosh, I tried to help them. I tried to tell them, pay attention. Stop thinking that social media is some game that you're playing. There will be a time where you're going to wish you had this time back. You're going to wish you had this time back. Even now, many of you watch who don't join, they just watch from the outside, don't even realize that's exactly where you're going to be on the outside. You're choosing to be on the outside. The universe, the quantum is watching every action you make. Every time you get a message and you ignore it, the quantum logs that in. Each choice you make brings you further away from where you're supposed to be, but teaches your soul a lesson in trusting and synchronicity. It teaches your soul to wake up, because there will be nothing else on this planet for you to do but to wake up. Because the hell that may be here. I'm not frightened anyone. It's not scary anything. We may go into a war. You know. And what social media gives us is lollipops and butterflies all the time. That's why a lot of people are stunned. They're looking back at me like, well, next week I'm going to go and I'm going to plan my vacation for my kids. And I'm like, yeah, just keep doing it. How many signals, how many warnings, how many synchronicities are you going to need to sit down for 5 minutes and say, God, what is happening to this planet? How can I help myself? How can I survive this? You don't have 5 minutes for yourself like that. You don't have 5 minutes for yourself like that. Even though you're watching something unfold right in front of you. Tapping in is difficult, but don't worry. The distraction will be so big and so overwhelming, you won't have anything else to do but to worry about tapping in. I'm leaving record here of what happened before. I'm leaving record right here on what occurred before this happened. And I'm also leaving records so society understands. There were people literally watching TV, watching it happen, and scrolling on social media with the covers over their head, getting into petty things like popping balloons and wars and gender wars, just foolishness, and becoming all absorbed to the point that they wanted the world to stop. Helping people from the G side, helping people who are struggling, and to get into their world of popping balloons and gender wars. That's how far. That's how far. That's how far we are. The gender wars and all that other extra stuff, and then just like that shit. But watch, right after this happened, watch how clean this platform is. Oh, ain't nobody gonna be acting stupid. Ain't nobody gonna say stupid thing, and nobody's gonna be spouting anger. It's gonna be love and what can I do to get help. So yeah. All that's gonna come to a crashing end. It is. And I've been trying to help people. I've been like saying, hey, you need to speak up. How do you feel? And they're like, oh, I got this. I'm like, all right. We're here to help, but we can't do it on our own. And I think a lot of us have moved past helping you like that. Some of us are already in the quantum field where it's happening, like us. So we're telling you, yeah, it's this one right here. This one right here is going to show up it's going to knock on our front door, and we're going to be sitting in the living room laughing and tell it to come on in. And when it comes on in, it's going to wear everything out. Oh yeah, you're going to understand. Oh, there won't be no need to be unfocused. I can tell you that. There'll be a focus, a pin sharp focus for the whole world. Oh, we won't have to worry about people getting hurt. Oh, no. So yes. That's when he 22nd, today, watch out, all the way from the 20th to the 28th or 29th. But around right now, these 4 or 5 days, right now, every day. Every day. People ask me, well, Launch, what should you do? I said, well, if you're just now thinking about it, then don't be asking me. Do some research. It's too much of a volume. What you're asking is, there's a new age coming. What should I do? You didn't do the work to realize a new age was coming. I don't even know if I tell you that you believe it. You just feel something happening and it triggers you to wake up. But you haven't done the work to understand what actually is happening. You have time to do it. You don't have a lot of time. It's ticking away. But you got time to say, okay, I need to figure out what's going on. And not know, well, that war in there. No. This is a spiritual, this is a new age. This is beyond man. That's what I mean. So many people are caught thinking that it's man. This is beyond man. Man is definitely involved in it, but it's beyond man. If you're looking to figure out what's happening merely through social media and people talking, you already are behind the time. And I suggest you catch up. Use your common sense. Lots of energies have to send healing frequency to the collective. Yes. The healing is a tough love, honey. See, that's the part that the spiritual awakening doesn't tell you, but the quantum activation will tell you, oh no, this is tough love. This is tough love. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt so damn bad that you will never hate again in this lifetime. You will never want to hate another person again, because the pain for hating someone else will be so intense that you won't want to do it. How about let's wake up to that level and be adults? I'm telling people, be adults about this. We're going to send out, you're right, introvert, because introvert, that's what she does, and that's what she does, so don't stop doing it, please. Don't worry about me. I got my own tough love, but you keep sending out the healing frequencies. But some of those healing frequencies is tough love. Some of those healing is tough love. It's like, no, you don't understand how it feels because it hasn't happened to you. But when it happens to you, then we can sit down and have a conversation. Until then, I can't talk to you, because you think you don't have any compassion or humanity for me. And I'm not just talking about a human either. That's when I say, wake up, people. Start asking questions. Are we merely talking about humans doing this to other humans? No, there's something else doing this to us as well. Does that make sense when I say there's something else doing this to us? There's something else doing this to us as well. That's the life. So I keep talking to people and I keep encouraging them to have open conversations about the quantum, about the Akashic records. It's not by chance that the Akashic record is coming up so strongly now. It's not by chance that that's happening. That the Akashic records is coming up this strong. The Akash is coming up so strongly on us because a lot of us need to wake up to the past lives. Not all of us in the beginning will. Many of us, after this happens, will have no choice. I want to talk about the internet and CERN Mandela effect. Yes. I will talk about CERN and the Mandela effect, which is happening over and over again, because of the different timelines that are collapsing. And we collapsed them. The collective did a good number on CERN. We sent that out. We did a number. We stopped. That's why it's crazy now. Because they couldn't bend it. They couldn't bend us. We chose love. We didn't scream love. We didn't get together and hold hands love. We silently held it in our hearts and went about our day. And it was a lot of us who said, I'm choosing love. And I'm not going to make a big thing about it. I'm just going to walk around in love. And there was enough of us. was enough of us. We tilted the consciousness. We tilted the consciousness. We really did. And so, yes, it did affect us. Not that we got rid of it, no. But it was going to be a lot worse. It was going to be a lot worse. So, we were doing our jobs. And even though it's a thankless job for right now, because the majority of society of people don't even understand by us holding love and standing in nature, how that is affecting them in the greater good. And the most greatest of good, we are holding that space and it's reverberating because we know energy. We're holding it in the face of hate and those who do not like us and those who despise the frequency of love. And we're in places that what they said affected us. No longer will they stand in the way of love. No longer will you be gray with love. You will be like, oh, I love these people, but I don't love that people. No, after this is over, and I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't, but I know it began yesterday. The Mandela effect is, yes, the Mandela effect is the collapsing of the dimension. We're in the quantum now, and now a lot of us don't understand. We're in the quantum now. We are not as active, but we've entered into a multi-dimensional phase of the Ascension process where the quantum is affecting the lower planes. Yes, AD, yes, I'm back in Dallas. Yep. So, as the quantum, and you understand the quantum, that's the Akashic. Just so that you know, all the AI stuff in the quantum, that's the quantum. Do some work on that. Do some reach on that. Just don't reach out and be AI and all the way through, because some of that ain't for you anyway. When you get caught up in AI, you don't ask the question, right? That's why I keep telling y'all, ask the question. You don't understand. It's going to tell you something that may not be true because you're not asking the right questions. Stop standing in front of it. It's like, I'm kind of AI. So I understand. No, ask me a question. Don't just allow me to talk to you. Stop. Get out of that. That is so... If that was one of the worst things that I could say that I've known from past lives, it's people that sit in front of people, don't ask questions and go along. They clog up a good portion of the ascension process because they don't neither know nay nor way. They're just in the middle, constantly confused, always seeking, but never participating, but always seeking. No, get up, wake up. You're not going to get the information by watching and listening to an audio book. What the fuck? Excuse me. Like, it's a new age. What? Come on, people. Common sense. Common sense. Common sense. You are not going to awaken from an audio book. You're not going to awaken from watching someone's playlist as they talk about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Wake up. Time is ticking. Find your resonance. I'm talking about practical things. I'm not talking about shit that I'm talking about things that you can survive to talk about some unnecessary things. We're at that level. And those who don't understand we're at that level, trust me, this is the time that they've wasted right here. When they look back and say, I had the time, I could have just went over here and did that, and now it's not there anymore, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, because a lot of us are in a future timeline as well. Like, I'm in a future timeline. That's why I'm able to come back and say, listen, I didn't just come here just to be telling you this. There is something that will change this planet. It kicked off, yes, it was here the whole time, it was working, but the phase of it hitting the physical realm started yesterday. Wake up. Wake up. If you're talking about someone and they're not talking about resources, earthly human resources to sustain your vessel and be alive, what are you doing? What are you really doing? You're asleep. You're inundated with needless things. Sit down today. Sit down today. I know right now a lot of you just can't stand it because I've been saying it, but because I know your descendants need me to scream at you because they don't have a choice once you've made the choice to not participate. That shit affects everything that comes from below you. Anything that's in you will suffer for your non-participation in a new age. It's just simple. You think you could be close to God and not have a direct clue as to what's happening? No, you're not close enough. You see all these people around the world moving? Some of these people are moving spiritually because they've been told you want to be with those people. You want to be with those people that could say, yeah, I feel this. I've shown you here. We had a natural disaster almost like a year ago, possibly, maybe, I don't know when it was. It was a hurricane that was in North Carolina, Asheville, which I just came back from. Interesting enough. I just made that correlation. And we saw the whole thing. We projected into the future. I can't get people to do that with me again because when we do that in a collective, it's clean. You have never seen anything like it. You ain't never seen anything like it. It blew my mind completely. The amount of information. Introvert had it. We had Simply. We had all of these people that hung out with me. Be Love, all of them. We were nailing it. We were like, this was going to happen, this was going to happen, this was going to happen. I did that so that people get used to understanding collective. When two or more shall gather, it can't be one person telling you the channel is way too big to deliver one guru to deliver the whole message for the planet. We ain't going to do that no more. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing one channel for the whole planet anymore. That shit is crazy. You know how this is a new age. That one being can't carry that vibration for the whole planet. Even I have my channel, which is more than enough for me to carry. So I'm telling you, go find a fresh water source. Fill up some water. I don't know what state you're in, and depending on what state you're in, will be depending on how this affects you immediately. Wake up. Right, there are no kings, there are no rulers. Stop looking for the Savior. The Savior is you, but the Savior is the information that you know, because you don't want to be caught in a place where you don't have information and you can't get it ever because of the choices you made that led you up to this particular time. There are no do-overs in the new age. Your ancestral line suffers through the lack of participation and awareness that you lived during the time of this transition. So that's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. And so yes, they throttled my reach, but all you have to do is share it. Or hit like. That's all you have to do. You see how I'm showing you how if this is me and I'm telling you this, think of how many other things that walk by you that you did not engage at all, that you had to be told to engage it. And see how many times that happens to you in the course of a day. That you have to be told to engage something that you want spiritually. Love, high energy. That's you, and all we can do is shake you every so often and say, listen, I can't wake you up, but I can shake you every so often and say, you know, the more you activate, the more you question it, the more it comes back to you. You can't break this universal law. You can't make excuses for it. Your descendants that are coming for you chose you because of your light, that you would be up enough to make sure that they're in a different place so that they can survive. But many of you have listened to me and have never really understood that I'm telling you that this is happening. That this is happening. And now it's happening. And you know, turn off this social media. If you're scrolling on some bullshit and you're wasting time right now, see when it come knocking at your door. the screams of what the fuck did I not do? Oh no. See, it's not going to happen the way they put it in the movies, but it is going to be something, and it's going to be fear, and it's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that occurs. We have a physical body to be the voice, hands, and feet of the spiritual world. Right. You got to keep your physical body alive together. You can't be so into this petty shit that you be like, okay, well, there's no food. Well, because you were scrolling on the phone and everybody said, we're going over here, we're going to go over here, you looked at them right in their face and you went back to scrolling. The worst thing you could have done. It's like that one point in your life where you're like, that was the worst mistake I could have made. That when someone told me they were going to get water, I thought it was too far and I continued to scroll. Now I don't know where to get the water. Now the water's not even there because it's all dried up. But I decided to scroll. Those are the things that I'm talking about. Do not get caught up in the complexities of this right now. Get caught up in the simplistic energies. Simply food and shelter. Not fear, food and shelter. Just food and shelter. And if you think you're going to go to Costco and fill up your whole thing up and sit in your house, wake the fuck up. It is a new age. You're a grown adult. So now you're sitting in there with food, and when it runs out, you're sitting in the desert. Did you think that? Did you ask anyone across the country who witnessed, who lived through something catastrophic, where they didn't have access to resources? Did you reach out and say, how did you guys survive? No, you didn't, because you don't think it's you. But you could reach out for some other shit. You're sitting on TikTok, reach out, hey, does anyone know how to, people don't even know how to make a lamp out of oil. They still telling me they're going to run to the store and get candles. I was like, oh really? So when the candles run out, what we going to do? Oh, I ain't going to run out because we don't want to be your descendant. Do not want to be your descendant. Do not want to be your descendant. Do not want to be that. Hey, all right, so I've said what I need to say. I may do a Zoom call, and I'll put it on TikTok. And what you would need to do is DM me to receive, the link for the Zoom call, and so that we can talk. I'm talking action, so that's what I'm doing. We already got my team in Dallas. We already figured out what we're doing, so I got my team together, and today I'm going to finish up the conversation with them, but they already know. They know where to get the water. They know we have 2 sources of water. We're going to, tomorrow, I may have to go tomorrow, really, because I just got here and I just finished up. I need about like 3 or 4 or 5 gallon jugs to get through. So I may do that tomorrow. Because we need that desperately. Okay. If you're in Dallas and you need to see me, you need to book a session. Do not, Lawrence444.com. I got a new website. I just revamped it. So Lawrence444.com, or DM me get to me. There's always a DM me. You can always be like, Lawrence, I want to book a session. Make sure you have the date. Do not come by asking me what date I have available. I can't go back and forth with you on the date. You want to book a time? Give me the date. If I can't match the date, I'll give you another time. But do me like you do the doctor's office. I have a lot of people texting me, I need to see you, and I love that. But I can't go back and forth what date you have available. What date do you want to have the reading? Because I'm breaking you from that. That's the not direct with spirituality thing that I'm breaking people like. Stop calling. We all have to stop calling spiritual people, asking them what date they have available. When you go for a dentist, do you ask the receptionist for the month of August what date she has available? Can you make the ocean water drinkable? You can. It's going to take a lot to take the salt out of the water. It's going to take a lot to take the salt out of the water. But please Google that, because there's another guy who's done it, and he lives in Texas too. He does it. He lives right here in Texas. He can make water out of air. So definitely, thank you. Because that is a great question. I think you've asked me that before, about a year ago, too. The same thing. I don't know why. Sometimes I have a photographic memory with questions. So yes, you can. But get you some water. Get you some water. Get you some dry food. Get the cars. Get your tires right. Get your tires. Get your gas. Get your tires right. Go the evacuation route. If they have an evacuation route around you, know where it is. It's not on the highway. Know where it is. Do that type of work. Wake up. It takes you 2 hours and you'll be fine. There's 2 hours that you would have done nothing but mindlessly scroll through TikTok. So yes, make sure your antifreeze. It's hot this summer. Make sure get your cars in order. Okay, don't carry nothing in your car that you don't need. Stop carrying shit that you will never use. Make sure you have changing the clothes. Make sure you have a gallon of water just in the car. Put everything in the car. These people at the store, I stored it in my thing. I'm like, yeah, you don't understand. This is a moving thing. This ain't about staying in one place. Wake up. Why would it be? Wake up. What would give you the inclination to think that you could stay in the same location? Nothing's giving you that. You're creating that. Nothing in any type of disruption to your country in terms of like natural disasters or whatever. Has it said that staying in that one location is the best thing to do? So why would you think stocking up your whole pantry and with dry food, and that would be the thing to do? It wouldn't even dawn on you that you might need to travel with this stuff. You would never think that. You would never think to do that. That's what I mean by we're having real practical conversations. I'm not having the spirit, I'm having a real practical conversation like that. So you just don't think that. And why why, if you were really sure that you need to stay stationary, why wouldn't you ask someone to see if that's something you can do? Why would you just assume that you're going to go get a whole bunch of stuff from and wait it out? Why would you assume that right now, as if you can risk that much of everything you own on the notion that you're supposed to stay where you are? That's what I mean, like y'all, some of y'all are asleep. Some of you are asleep. Some of you need to be in different places. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. It really is. What's going to happen right now is there are a lot of people in this country that don't understand what it is to be an American citizen. That's what's really going to happen too. What's going to happen is that a lot of people they never had to stand up for this country. They never had to. There were things that were given, and now they're going to have to be earned. We will see who is able to earn it, who will want to earn it. You see, this is where the rubber hits the road, and that's why I'm saying you may have to. There's a lot of people who are not here, for the long haul, and it will show. When things don't go financially right, you will see those who only love the money and not the land, who only love what it can do but not the people, who only know what they were told about it, but they never understood the people. They never understood the sacrifice. They are sitting here expecting for others to pay that price. No, we have paid that price before. We're not paying that price. And we know America. And those who don't know America are the ones that are asleep. They're thinking that this is going to work because they don't know the government. They never were involved in any of the government workings. They don't know the history of the country. And it's a very young country. So not knowing the history of the country is intentional. It's not something that you didn't know. You don't want to know it. And that peppers the way you see the total United States. That you don't want to participate in it. You want to reap the rewards of hard work of others, but you don't want to participate in keeping it this way. Because that's not what you came here for, and that will show up. Right, and that will show up. And that's the hard conversation spiritual people refuse to have. I'm so unpopular on this platform because I'm like, why can't we have the conversation about who's anchored into this country and who is not? And those who are not don't need to speak for those who are anchored into this country. Because they're going to speak of this country in a way, it's highly disrespectful. To me, it's highly disrespectful. To my family has served in the military in this country for hundreds of years. I was named after a war hero. The first black man that died in the Vietnam War was named Lawrence Jordan. My uncle was the first black man that died in the state of Arizona in Vietnam. He was 20 years old, and I was born. That is my namesake, and I was named. My father was his brother and named his son, the next son, which was me, after him. So I wasn't going to the service. My grandmother was like, "Oh no, that name, that's enough. You ain't going there." But she knew because we are service oriented that we would. I'm still in the service. I will always be of service. I love the service. Once you know you have it in your blood, you have it in your blood. You know. So I, when I'm in spiritual circles, when I hear other people not speak about the love and the spiritual connection that we have with this beautiful country, and I'm a black man, because a lot of them are like, well, black man. I'm like, no, you don't understand that. You don't get the connection, the indigenous connection. And so I speak about it in ways that, and many others speak about this country. I love this country. I love this country. I don't love it because of what it can do for me. I love it because I built it with blood and sweat and tears and ancestors dying of service. I'm like, what do you mean? My blood runs through the rivers of this country. What are you talking about? Someone told me, well, you want to go back home. Go back home where? You don't know the history of this country. It's 200 and some odd years old. You don't spend 5 minutes to pick up a book and understand, but you do all this to get here and never study. You bring your kids here and you never let them know the history of the country. It's not like you have to go back 400, 500 years. You just have to go. The history of the country is available to everyone. You're making a decision not to read it. Bad decision, I can tell you that much. Because you won't know where to go in this country. Why? Because you didn't travel around. You didn't want to see parts of the country. You wanted to see one part, make money, and that's it. Well, the part that you're making money from ain't going to be making money. Ain't going to be making money. Where would you go? The country's big. It's huge. We will survive. Whatever occurs there, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to try to get in trouble on this platform, but I know something's about to happen. And if you don't feel it, then I suggest you ask your God right now, why don't I feel it when I'm looking at it? Why am I looking at it and not feeling it? Call on your guides. That's all I can say. Book an appointment if you'd like. Let's talk about it, and maybe I can activate it. Everybody is being helped. Everyone wants, I'm going to help, but I know many of you have to wake up. Be free. Understand that it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. It's a real good thing. It becomes uncomfortable for people who did not heed the warnings. That's what becomes uncomfortable. But I'm gonna get off this phone because I got a meeting and we getting ready to go get our water. I'm gonna make sure my team has water. So we have our 5-gallon jugs. We got an artisan well here and have water to run. So we're gonna make a convoy. We're gonna get our water right. Give me a couple gallons. I left a 5-gallon jug in Charlotte, but I'm gonna because you're gonna need 5 gallons at a time. The little tiny gallons, you can do that too. You need 5 gallons. So it was very, very nice hanging out with you guys. I will see you. Happy solstice. And happy birthday to Introvert. Everyone, Introvert's birthday is her birthday. She's the 622. She's a 622 2025. You get how many twos? How many twos are we gonna have in there? How many twos? It's 622225, which is one. I don't know. I added that up earlier today, and I'm assuming it's one. You're welcome. She bakes too. You're welcome. Yes, Introvert happy. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, send Introvert. She's always working for the planet. Like she constantly works for the planet. So send her love. Send her grounding. Send her peace. We need people who just work, send out love. Period. You know, because God knows I'm not always loving. I might be full of love, but I'm not always loving. I'm not hating, but I'm not always loving, you know, and I'm not supposed to be like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to be about the business, and I'm not holding your hand. But let me go because my appointment is here, and I need to get my back right after sitting in this truck for forever. So I will talk to you soon. Peace and love. Bye.